disgrace and an embarrassment to the WWE? How'd you get this?
People tell me things, and I just wanted to give you a heads up.
If this is true, it could ruin me.
In the middle of live television, our general manager just pulled Corey off the air.
Can you tell us what your conversation with Corey Graves was about?
It's a private matter.
I'll call you back. Besmirch my status as an Olympic gold medalist. I might have to go public with this. Neither one of us has anything to be ashamed of. My career could be destroyed. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna lose my family over this. So why don't you come here and we'll tell the whole world together. And whatever happens, I love you.
Monday Night Raw is live tonight in Music City, USA. This is Nashville, Tennessee, and the Bridgestone Arena, but it is a, moment of truth tonight for our general manager, Kurt Angle. Kurt has promised to come clean about his ongoing private matter. What will his elevation mean for the future of general manager? We'll find out tonight.
While Angle's future may be up in the air, the future is up for grabs for two superstars. Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with Samoa Joe. At stake, the opportunity to challenge the Beast Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam.
He's the Lunatic Fringe. And he's got business on his mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dean Ambrose.
Why is Dean Ambrose carrying a steel chair? Well, we'll give you a hint. Last week on Monday Night Raw, Miz presented his Mizzy Awards to his wife and his Miztourage, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Dean Ambrose, who's been embroiled in this controversial rivalry with Miz for months and months, has had enough of Miz antics. He was upset the Miztourage cost him the Intercontinental title, so he went after the Miz last week live on Raw.
I personally think Ambrose was most upset that he wasn't nominated for a Mizzy and ruined the entire celebration. Throwing hands at the Miz with a numbers game would eventually catch up to the Lunatic Fringe.
And Dean Ambrose in all kinds of trouble would get some help from an old friend, Seth Rollins, who had been insulted by the Miz earlier on in the evening. Rollins came to the ring to get him some. Dean and Seth raising hell. But things did not stop there. In our main event later on in the night, Seth Rollins in a brutal battle with Bray Wyatt when Miz and the Miztourage would once again come to the ring to pick the bones.
The constant game of one-upsmanship when it involves the Miz and the Miztourage. They didn't forget what Rollins did earlier in the night, helping spoil the celebration with Ambrose, and the three would attack like wolves.
And Booker, this turned out to be an all-out brawl before Dean Ambrose came back.
Yeah, it did, but you look at Dean Ambrose, this guy here, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, it doesn't matter, he's just looking for a fight.
And Dean Ambrose wearing out the Miz and Company with a steel chair.
Music City, USA! Let me introduce y'all to a good friend of mine, Steely Dan. And tonight, me and Steely Dan are both a bit bent out of shape. And that is because of one man, and his name is The Miz. And last week, me and Steely Dan had a really good time lighting up The Miz and his cronies, and I think it's a good day for a bad idea, and I got a really bad idea. Miz, why don't you say you bring your two boys out here? We pick up right where we left off last week, right here, right now.
I don't think Dean's going to take no.
No? What's the matter, Miz? Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas not enough backup for you? I mean, bring your personal stylist out here. Bring your publicist. Bring the whole cast from that terrible Christmas movie you're in. Bring the whole gang. Line them all up, and I'll knock them all down, because I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm looking for a fight. Hey, Miz, if you don't want to bring your ass out here right now, come on out here. I'll burst your Hollywood bubble so quick your ass will be back on the real world when you wake up.
Well, obviously, it's not The Miz, it's Seth Rollins. And let's not forget, guys, what happened after that stuff went down on Monday Night Raw. A little bit of interaction between Seth and Dean in the backstage area. It looked like there may be a Shield reunion of sorts. But Dean said in no uncertain terms, Curry, that, well, it would not be the case because he doesn't trust Seth at all.
North always remembers, and so does Dean Ambrose. Ambrose hasn't forgotten that Rollins was the one who stabbed both members of the Shield in the back such a long time ago.
Ambrose, what are you doing out here, man? Why are you picking a fight you can't win on your own? No. Look, you're just all over the place, all right? Last week you came out, you told me stay out of your business. You told me not to fight your battles. And then you come out at the end of the night swinging this chair around like a madman. Looked like you were fighting my battles. I'm just saying, I appreciate your toughness, but I think you gotta calm down, take a deep breath, and come up with a better plan, you know?
Of course. A better plan, Mr. Plan, Mr. Architect. Look, that's your thing. That's not my thing. I just go wherever my mood takes me. And last week, I was in the mood to whack The Miz and his cronies with a steel chair like 176 times. All right, you just happen to be in the area. All right, truth is that this may come as a surprise to you, but not everything's about you. This is my battle, so scram and go find your own.
Hey, I'm not out here to fight your battles. I'm not out here to tell you what to do. I'm not out here to pick a fight. I'm only out here because The Miz involved me in this when he and his little glam squad decided to attack me. What I'm out here for, Dean, is to ask you a question. When I take the fight to The Miz, and I will, brother, will you be standing in my way, or will you be standing by my side? That's all I want to know.
I'm sorry, did you say brother?
Come on, you know I didn't mean it
Brother,
like that.
I ain't your brother. My brothers were in the Shield. My brothers fought with me in the trenches. I trusted my brother. My brothers had my back. My brothers stood for something. You. I don't know you. I mean, I knew a guy who looked a lot like you once. He was a liar and a cheater, the kind of guy that would stab his brothers in the back. In fact, that guy took a chair just like this one, and he stabbed it right through my back and right through my heart.
And that was over 3 years ago, all right? And you know what? I'm sorry. And I never said that before, so I'll say it again. I'm sorry, all right? But you think I forgot about that? I live with that every single day of my life. I remember that, but you know what else I remember? I remember you and I tearing each other apart inside Hell in a Cell. I remember you cashing in your Money in the Bank contract and beating me for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But all that, everything that we're talking about, that's in the past. This is the then and now. I've moved on. What is it going to take for you to move on, man?
You know, I see your lips moving, but I don't hear nothing.
All right. You got that? You got that little chair right in your hand? Do it. No, do it. Hit me. If that's what's gonna make you feel better, hit me. And do it right now. Hit me, damn it.
What a shock. The Miz and his Miztourage. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas.
What a scene. Two former brothers in arms on an emotional precipice, working out deep-seated issues on a long-standing betrayal. It is touching. I mean, it could be a country song. But it's not gonna work. It's a waste of time, Seth. He's never gonna forgive you. If you burn a bridge in this business, it is a major no-no. And plus, he's the Lunatic Fringe, the same Lunatic Fringe that I have owned for months. Don't believe me? Extreme Rules. Miz wins. Great Balls of Fire. Miz wins. Dean, you don't have the wrestling ability or technical skill to beat me. You don't have what it takes to do it all on your own. You're so predictable. I knew you would come out here and create a spectacle, calling me out live, opening up Monday Night Raw. So I prepared a welcoming party for you. But hey, now I get two for the price of one. See, you just react to things, Dean. There's no strategy. And I may not be an architect. But gentlemen,
oh boy, Miz and the Miztourage.
I'll finish your sentence, Cole. Miz and the Miztourage have once again outsmarted Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins is experiencing.
Well, Ambrose and Rollins gonna have to look to circle the wagons here because Miz and the Miztourage are with steel chairs and again with a numbers advantage.
Isn't it great when a plan comes together?
Kill two birds with one stone.
Well, Rollins and Ambrose are going to be forced to work together here as they go after the Miztourage. Ambrose outside after Miz, and now inside, Dallas and Axel with chairs, and now Miz with a chair as well. The beatdown is on, and Ambrose and Rollins.
Steel just rapping against the flesh of Ambrose out on the floor. Oh! Face first into the steel ring stairs.
They got the competition, Corey.
And Axel continuing to hammer away on Rollins.
It's obvious the Miz and the Miztourage outplanned and outsmarted the Lunatic Fringe and the Architect.
Well, Miz looking to get rid of Rollins and Ambrose out of his life forever. Rollins is hurt. And now Miz looking for the skull-crushing finale into the steel chair. And Miz is extremely proud of himself.
He's a smart dude.
It's a beautifully orchestrated ploy.
Picking his moments.
Yeah, he picked his moment all right. Right in the middle of this personal situation of Ambrose and Rollins.
Everybody knew Dean Ambrose was going to kick off Monday Night Raw. Ambrose made the declaration, and Miz and the Miztourage made everybody pay.
The Miztourage leaving Ambrose and Rollins a mess. And one more for good measure.
One to grow on.
I've got to admit, the execution of that plan by Miz and the Miztourage was nothing short of must-see, and we are just kicking off Monday Night Raw. But if you want to go from must-see TV to can't-miss TV, stick right here on Monday Night Raw, because still to come tonight, the big dog, Roman Reigns, invites Samoa Joe into his yard. At stake, the opportunity to challenge the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at SummerSlam. That's later tonight.
Speculation abound over what Kurt Angle is going to say tonight. He's promised to come clean about his ongoing private matter. What will this mean for his future as general manager? We'll find out live tonight.
The past issues between Bayley and Alexa Bliss have been very, very public. Last week, Bayley scored a pinfall on the women's champion. Tonight, Bliss looks for revenge, and it's coming up next. Bliss have been very, very public. Last week, Bayley scored a pinfall on the women's champion. Tonight, Bliss looks for revenge, and it's coming up next.
Miz, can I get a word of it?
No, you can't get a word. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose heard everything we had to say tonight. So, if you'll excuse me. Thank you. See ya. Bye. We're done here.
Miz is in a hurry.
Busy guy. I would be too.
Take care of your business and hit the road, Jack.
There's a former women's champion. Time for some hug life.
Sit down, Booker. It's not going to work this week either.
Wait. Did you say hug life?
Hug life. She's a hugger.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from San Jose, California, Bayley.
I want to take you back to last week on Monday Night Raw. Show you how this matchup tonight came about. Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on women's champion Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax in a tag team matchup. The champ went for Twisted Bliss. Looked like she was going to take out Bayley, but the boss Sasha Banks made sure the match continued.
The boss has been a constant thorn in Bliss's side. Here comes Nia Jax to the aid, looking to completely eliminate Sasha from the match. Oh! But it didn't work out as planned.
No, it didn't. And now as Alexa Bliss went for the win, Bayley would roll her up and pin the Raw Women's Champion, earning an opportunity at a one-on-one match here tonight.
Sure, it completely incensed Bliss in the process, but one win does not a career make. Bayley still has a lot of work to do if she wants to become Raw Women's Champion once again.
Gonna have to bring it tonight, Corey. She's got a chance to do it.
She made that kid cry. That's not a good way to start.
Tears of joy.
You gotta love it.
Bayley has an unbelievable connection with the WWE fans, especially the younger ones.
Her opponent from Columbus, Ohio, she is the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss has an unbelievable connection with the WWE Universe, mainly those that have eyes. The goddess of WWE has arrived. It is never a bad thing.
Alexa Bliss was humiliated after losing to Bayley last week, Booker.
As well as Alexa Bliss got a connection with championships, man. She's championship material, and she's proved it here on Raw.
Yeah, only woman to hold both the SmackDown and Raw Women Championships. This matchup, a big one for Bayley. If she can knock off the champion again tonight, could be in line for a title opportunity.
Well, last week was a tag team match, Cole. You're getting ahead of yourself. This is one-on-one competition. This is where we'll really see what Bayley's made of against Alexa Bliss.
Go back to the kendo stick on a pole, guys. I wonder if Bayley's going to be able to pull the trigger tonight.
Oh! And Alexa Bliss with a slap right across the face.
Talk about pulling the trigger.
Yeah, no problem, Alexa Bliss doing that as she's driven into the corner by Bayley. Remember, Bayley lost her championship to Alexa Bliss in Bayley's hometown of San Jose, California. And she's had a score to settle since then. But Alexa Bliss as tough as they come.
I talk to you guys about that pressure. Going out there and competing in your own hometown. That's a lot of pressure.
Very aggressive Bayley tonight as the champion scoots under the bottom rope. And the champ may have some backup.
Trouble with a capital T.
It looks like Alexa Bliss brought some backup tonight to prevent Bayley from pulling off another upset. Nia Jax is marching to the ring live on Raw. On Monday Night Raw, Alexa Bliss, the Raw champion, against Bayley, and there is Nia Jax looking on, who marched down to the ring before the commercial break. I want to show you how this matchup turned around during the commercial break.
Bayley seemed to be in control, but Bliss using her surroundings as weapons so well. It dislocated Bayley's shoulder.
Yeah, strange relationship that has developed between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Nia, of course, would love an opportunity at the Raw Women's title, but she continues to be some sort of a friend, so to speak, Corey, for Alexa.
Maybe they are just friends. I don't know why you need to read so much into it.
And Bayley, the former champion, battling back.
Oh, this is a big night for Bayley. Bayley needs to stay focused. I mean, I know
Cover
Nia
by the champ, hooks the leg, kick out by Bayley.
Nia is a huge distraction, but this is a big night, and Bayley needs to cash in, man.
And Bayley with a victory could find her in line for a title opportunity as Alexa Bliss continues to try to rip apart the left arm, dislocate the shoulder of Bayley. Bonafide mean streak and a little Swiss Bliss, as she calls herself.
Little Miss Bliss, Cole.
Same thing. And look at Alexa. Face first, Bayley goes into the mat, and Alexa Bliss just taking it to Bayley. Oh, and face first goes Alexa. And now Bayley looks to build some momentum. Alexa sent through the second rope out to the apron, and Bayley hanging her up. And this could be the opening Bayley needs.
Bliss looked like a rag doll bouncing between the top and middle rope. Rapid fire right forearms from Bayley.
Yeah, driven into the corner, and now Alexa Bliss bounced face first off the top turnbuckle.
I don't think Alexa Bliss want to get into a street fight, a slugfest with Bayley.
And Bayley with a high elbow, down goes Alexa. And now Bayley starting to feel it, looking to put the champion away. Alexa counters, though, back to the bad arm.
Too much damage inflicted on Bayley's left arm. Bliss was able to stop it.
Got to fight through it, Corey.
Bayley
That's what
caught
champions do.
Second rope, flying elbow by Bayley, down goes the champion. In her right, Booker. Bayley trying to fight through this. You saw the look of concern on the face of Nia Jax. Side suplex.
Beautiful.
And Bayley looking to climb up to the second rope. Elbow.
Bliss doing the smart thing, rolling to the outside.
One of the reasons she's the Raw Women's Champion.
Great strategy, great technique right there.
And there is a... Talk about personal protection. And Alexa Bliss with a cheap shot from behind the back of Nia Jax.
And Alexa Bliss simply outsmarted Bayley. Why is that a cheap shot?
Because she has an unfair advantage with Nia Jax outside.
It's not Alexa's fault Bayley doesn't have any friends.
And now Alexa looking to put Bayley away. Look who's here! The boss! Sasha Banks from out of nowhere attacking Nia Jax! Even in the odds! Drop kick into the apron! Nia hit hard!
This right here, this may be that one little thing that Bayley needs, guys.
Bayley rolling up Bliss, shoulders are down, and a kick out! What'd you say about Bayley not having friends, Corey? Bayley to belly!
There it is!
Here's the cover! Over the leg! Bayley's pinned the champion!
Here's your winner, Bayley!
What a victory for Bayley tonight! And she's got to be in the conversation out for an opportunity in the Women's Championship.
Somebody just moved up the ladder.
Take another look at this from out within the WWE Universe. Here comes the boss, Sasha Banks, firing on all cylinders at Nia Jax. Would launch Nia into the LED board at ringside, allowing this to happen.
Yeah, Bayley with a Bayley to belly, sending a message loud and clear to the champion Alexa Bliss. Give the assist to Bayley's good friend Sasha Banks. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle, our general manager, he's been the subject of a lot of speculation for the WWE Universe on social media all week long, talking about what Kurt Angle is going to do tonight when our general manager tells us about his private matter, which could destroy his life. That announcement from Kurt Angle live later on tonight. And after the Revival attacked the Hardy Boys last week on Monday Night Raw, well, the Hardy Boys seek a measure of payback. Tag team action, Team Extreme versus the Revival, live tonight on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last Wednesday, ESPN held the biggest... Well, as I was saying, last Wednesday, ESPN held the biggest sports award show of the year, the ESPYs. And just like last year when John Cena started hosting, WWE superstars played a major part in an event that became extremely emotional.
downtown Los Angeles, the 25th ESPYs.
It's a lot of fun out here on the red carpet. It just continues to heat up.
We're here live on the red carpet of the ESPYs. It's such an honor and a privilege every time we come here. It's all about fun, excitement, and just enjoying yourself.
This is a party, Star-White. To be able to host this show, I got to tell you, it's a dream come true.
And the ESPY goes to
Michael Phelps,
Aaron Rodgers,
Simone Biles. It means the world to me, so thank you.
In that message, the Jimmy V Award is about perseverance and awarding folks that refuse to give up. At the very first ESPYs, Jim Valvano stood on this stage and told us not to ever give up. For Jarius' entire life, he and his family have been fighting his deadly disease. This young man is what Never Give Up is all about. Jarius J.J. Robinson.
The past few years have been a blessing for me and my family. I want to thank them for being by my side and making all the sacrifice for me to get me here where I am now. I want to thank the WWE family, Stephanie McMahon, thank you for making all my dreams come true. Jamal, we did it! Jerry's out! Peace!
The Humanitarian Awards is special because, you know, we're talking about what athletes, corporations, and leagues do to give back to their communities and to their countries.
I'm proud to announce Stephanie McMahon as a recipient of a 2017 Stuart Scott Inspire Award presented by Bristol Myers Squibb.
To those of us who work at ESPN, nothing is more significant than the Stuart Scott Award.
WWE's mission is to put smiles on people's faces the world over. To be able to help a child forget that they are sick, even for just a few minutes, it is truly a privilege. Connor's story is only one. And it takes people like all of you here tonight to make a difference. Thank you for all that you do to give back in so many different ways. And thank you again to ESPN for giving all of us the platform to spread such vital messages.